Hi there, Lee Farnell here from Leading Your Best Life, and today I want to talk to you about what makes our programs different, or more to the point, if you're looking to improve your sales skills or if you're looking to improve your sales team performance, what are the things to look out for? Stay tuned. Welcome back. This came about because I was in a meeting the other week and someone said to me, "Hey Lee, what makes your programs different?" I went, good question. So many training programs focus just on sales skills. Now, sales skills, of course, are important, but what they do is they might run a half-day workshop or a one-day workshop or even a two-day workshop. By the way, I was in a meeting today doing a podcast with a guy who got into, I think it was life insurance years ago. They did a six-week training and induction course before they let the person out talking to customers. 6 weeks. Boy, that's rare, isn't it? But yes, you can imagine, it's a business that over the years, in terms of life insurance and other things, has been based on highly successful selling. 6 weeks. Most people have barely done 6 days, let alone 6 weeks. A lot have barely done 6 hours. And a lot of the research shows that up to 90% of sales training doesn't work. It's ineffective. In fact, I dug up the statistic recently. It's billions and billions of dollars a year are spent on sales training. It's quite incredible how much money is spent each year on sales training. Yet they say 90% of it is ineffective. It's just bizarre. Let me just see if I can find that. Here's the data here. I've got it here, just right here, because I'm putting it into a capability statement that I'm putting together. In fact, here's some of the stats. Dr. Herb Greenberg of Rutgers University said 55% of people making their living in sales lack the skills, the system, or the aptitude to succeed. In other words, 55% of people in sales don't have what is needed, in his opinion, to succeed. Now, Greenberg has done these fantastic studies, which has been published in Harvard Business Review, which predicted so accurately whether a person was actually going to be successful in sales or not. Let me go another one. 57% more effective with regular sales training. So teams committed to ongoing sales training and development are 57% more effective than their counterparts who neglect sales training. In other words, you want to help your team get 57% better than the average, get them involved in regular sales training. Look at this bit of data. Sales training yields an astounding 353% return on investment. So this is from Southern New Hampshire University, SNHU. For every dollar invested in sales training, businesses can expect a return of $3.53. Plus, you're going to have a more motivated, engaged, empowered, committed sales workforce, which means from a management point of view, it's much easier to manage. People are more positive, committed and engaged, so you get a 350% return financially and you make it with less stress and less hassle. How good's that? But look at this. Over $5.5 billion is spent on sales training every year globally, which is projected to rise to $7.16 billion by 2032. So $5.5 billion a year is spent on sales training, yet some experts say that almost 90% of that investment is not effective. It's wasted. Well, we certainly make sure that doesn't happen. And the reason we make sure it doesn't happen is because we don't just teach skills and we don't just do a sheep dip where it's a half day here or one day there. We set up an ongoing program. Not only do we work on sales and sales skills, we also work on sales mindset, belief systems, limiting belief system, because what goes on between your ears makes all the difference. And as we say in the yellow zone, you need to sell yourself first. One, that what you're offering is great value and a great solution. And two, you need to manage your mindset so that you are, one, present with the customer and focused on that customer in that moment, not your mind all over the place, coming from a position of confidence and certainty and enthusiasm, as distinct from a position of doubt, fear, what do they call it? Commission breath, where the prospect can smell the fear and the commission, the fear on your breath, the commission breath. But the other thing we do is we set up what we call a sales ecosystem. The systems, the structure, the culture, the soil, because we say if you plant good seed in toxic soil, it still doesn't grow. You plant good seed in average soil and don't water it, it doesn't grow. So just as in nature, there are systems that need to be put in place in terms of ongoing coaching, ongoing support, real-time role play to practice and drill, rehearse the 12 key sales skills, including objection handling and needs discovery, building rapport, negotiation, presenting your product and solution. All of these things are drills that we've deconstructed as part of the CZ6 Sales Excellence Training and Coaching, which, by the way, that system has twice won Best Sales Training in Australasia in the LearnX Training Australia magazine awards. In fact, there it is. I'm just looking at a testimonial from the editor and chairman of Training Australia magazine, and the LearnX chairman, Rob Clark. You're the best, your clients voted for you, you've got the results, you achieved what they wanted, you've got innovative styles of doing things, you're absolutely terrific. And Rob is a great guy for that. But what we do differently is we customise and craft the plan so that we drive business results. So it's not just training for training's sake, it's not just training to train the skills, it's driven and matched up against the growth KPIs that you want. So it's real-time, relevant training. It's also built for adult learners, so it's delivered in specific ways, so it's retained and reinforced and applied. We talk about transferability. We talk about action projects. We talk about accountability and auditing and assessments, not as in school, but how you're going. Did you learn? What's working? What's not working? Let's look at the areas you can improve on. Of course, it also means we want people who are coachable. If you know-it-alls, can't be taught anything, you're fully evolved human beings, clearly we can't do anything for you. But, one of the superstars we're dealing with at the moment, who is just brilliant at making sales, she said, I am a self-development junkie. I'm a self-development junkie. That's exactly what we want, people who are keen to learn. I was listening to a podcast today from a superstar, sales superstar, who says, by the way, drill one skill at a time. Don't try and drill 10 skills at a time, which we call in sports science deliberate practice. But he says, the top salespeople, the best salespeople, I'm finding my notes in my journal that I took this morning. They kill for sport. They love the thrill of the sale. They love the thrill of closing a deal. The best salespeople kill for sport. I love it. Heavy, but at the same time, they're always wanting to practice the skill, to sharpen the saw, to do the reps, and they track their data, they track their progress. What do the top salespeople do? So what we do, of course, is we take what the top salespeople are doing in your team, we deconstruct it, we use the colour zone as a template so that we capture, because often the top salesperson isn't aware consciously of what they're doing that makes the difference. You say, what are they doing that actually make the difference? And it's not just their behaviour, but it's their thinking. And so we extract that like a vacuum cleaner and then put it into your company sales playbook so you can scale your sales system. So it's not just training, it's actually the capturing of best practice. We say CBP, capture best practice, combine brain power, capture best practice. And in doing so, that then becomes the standard that you can train to and scale your business. Because if you are the business owner, your business is worth little or not much at all if you are the main salesperson and you cannot leave the business. The business is only worth money to sell if you can walk away and the sales still continue, which means you have to capture best practice and embed it and institutionalize it. And that's why we say have a sales ecosystem so that there's regular coaching, regular training. And again, what we do is we certify you with the system and certify and train your in-house coaches and trainers and in-house managers so that we're not doing all the training. We can be there to support them, but that's all part of the CZ6 licensing certification system, so it's institutionalized and embedded into your business. Look, you want to find out more about it, touch base, download our tool we've got on this, one of our playbook tools, how to actually capture the sales playbook, and we'll send that to you and we'll talk to you if you want to talk to us. We'd love to help you be the very best business you can be so that you get the very best return if and when you want to sell, go public, exit, get capital. That's what we want to do. Optimize the potential. Enough from me. I'll see you next time. I'm Lee Farnell. Share this with friends if you think it's been worthwhile. This is leading your best life.